All right, women talking. We're ready to start the film. Uh, yep. Can't. I don't know what else to say. Make sure you get your shit ready. Women talk. It's the last. It's the only Best Picture nom I haven't seen. I haven't seen so. Less than 2 hours. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Or sorry, that was a fake out. I was just ready spaghetti. Just in case you need to resync back to the beginning. I don't know why I did that. It was a really fast countdown, and I was like, wait, that's way too fast. All right. 3, 2, 1. That's more reasonable. I don't know why I did it that fast. My feet are so sore. I've been standing so much. Ugh. Ugh. Rub them. If I had a foot massage right now, that'd be great. Should I become one of those like old white women and get like a foot bath fucking thing for under my desk? Just like get wet while I'm sitting. Oh yeah, I should be taking notes. Here we go. Just opening up my laptop here. Plan B, Brad Pitt. Interesting. Ooh. Oh. I like that shot. RC. Horse butt. Well, I think the reason why they use the phrase female imagination is kind of like as a double entendre, because a lot of claims of women would get dismissed as like, "Oh, you're just making things up in your head," but at the same time, the ingenuity in regards to this specific circumstance and how they are dealing with it is an act of imagination, as in, um, like an inspired, a source of, I don't know, just thinking to resolve your problems, I guess. Ow. I'm enjoying this so far. It's um well shot, and I like the music, and it's an interesting premise and environment. We'll see if it stays that way for the next hour and a half. Hell yeah. Where's the Duick? Hmm. How about half of you leave? How about the ones that want to leave, leave, and the ones who want to fight, fight? You can't force someone who wants to leave to fight. What's gonna happen? You know? Shit's whack, yo. Ugh. She reminds me of Frances Conroy a bit. The way she talks is similar. Excuse me. Why? That's crazy that they. Oh, like, ew. Yeah, ew. That's my review of women talking. Not the film. Gaping. Square things in the jar I was snacking on. In my last video. Oh, on this last video. I don't know what you mean by that. There were like pineapple chunks I was eating from a jar. That wouldn't be my last video. YouTube? Which YouTube channel? YMS watch-alongs? Probably the pineapple moonshine things. I like the music a lot. Highlights? Well, wow. I don't even think this does have a best score nomination, actually. Oh. Women, there's too many talking right now. There's too many women talking. Cut to credits. Uh-oh. Why are you even here, dude? Why are you even here? Are they allowed to write? Yeah, it is Jesse Buckley. I don't know who that is, but I wasn't expecting her to get, like, speaking lines. She looks like a real person, you know? They don't often do that. Eh. No? Whoa! Damn, that's a mean trick. Like, it's probably ghosts. That's a very mean trick. Cuz it's just like this is why like religious communities like this are kind of problematic is because you can it's a tool to control people, you know? Stack the courts. Now, tell me if you've heard this, ladies. What about Boys Will Be Boys? Wow. Not a Sarah Polly fan, I guess. All right, hear me out. Ghosts. That's a lot of babies. Also, these communities are kind of just like incestuous too, you know? Oh, yeah. Why does the ghost baby look so much like Carl? Horsey! So it's nominated for picture and screenplay, and that's it? That's weird. It's weird that she's not nominated for director. It just seemed like an obvious. The color grading, I mean, I don't I'm not it's not like I don't find it pleasing to be watching like grayish kind of washed out movies, but it doesn't look like it's not like a it's just a personal preference, you know. It still looks nice. I like that there's kind of still like warm and soft tinges to scenes. Um yeah, it is good. It is good color grading. Yeah. It does fit for the story. It would be weird if it was more saturated, so. Well, that's not like super undersaturated. It's just how do I describe this? This is a billion times better than Promising Young Woman. Promising Young Woman was barely a movie. It's like, what are you even doing nominating it for an Oscar? This makes seem ew. If you're gonna rape a woman after drugging them unconscious, why would you leave? Like, do you? It's just so important that you're violent when you do it that you just gotta make it so that, like, okay, well, they're obviously gonna know what happened, but I'll just say it's ghosts. Like, what if you are both a terrible person but also very stupid? XVYRBZ. That's a weird thing to say because that implies that you do understand why they would rape one of the other characters. That's very when you single out a character, that means that implies a level of understanding to the what. I'm sure you didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. Okay. Ugh. Jesus. I feel like the longer we leave the R word on the screen, it's higher chance of demonetizing, so we're just gonna. There we go. A hook. Yeah, they're tranquilizing them with like cow tranquilizer and like raping them in their sleep because they're passed out, and then they just find the evidence of it later. This is surprisingly set in 2010. It's just in a Mennonite colony. Is it based on a true story? I know it's at least based on a book. And that book might be based off a true story. Oh. I'm not entirely convinced by her. She's not the best in the ensemble. She still needs some work on her skills. Wouldn't it be nice if we could all... Be counted? Oh, there we are. There's the year. Sorry, I am getting a little sleepy on this one. We'll see how it goes. Is sexual assault a sin in the Mennonite church? Not if you say it was ghosts after. As long as the women think that it was ghosts, then you're fine. You can get into heaven. I'm being sarcastic, but heaven doesn't exist, so I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't believe in heaven, but I believe in hell. But it's actually cool. It's dope. Is your name Buck? That's creepy. I don't know if you read the subtitles. He asked if they had boyfriends. They're like 15 and 16. I think it was supposed to be like diegetic and non-diegetic, so like it was supposed to be a song that he's playing in his vehicle, but even though it's kind of like going in the universe at the same time, I think that was the implication. Oh, I'm so exhausted. Oh, 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 God. This movie is not about the Weinstein thing. No. You're getting confused with fuck. I can see I don't remember the title, but I know how you got confused. What's the title of that? There's another movie. Oh shit! You didn't even do a flip. Imagine being that mean. She said, yeah. Which is another way of saying women talking. If she did a flip, that would have been so cool. I imagine just being so bad that you pretend to kill yourself in front of people that care about you. Like that's a bad thing to do. I don't empathize with that at all. Even if it tricks them only for a second. Like that can scar someone permanently, you know? My back hurts. Oh. Yeah, I can see why you got it mixed up. Man, the opening was so interesting with how it set up the privates, but in terms of like it is kind of just me. I thought that more things would be developing as the film went along in kind of like a mystery suspense or like I don't think it's bad color grading. But I aesthetically, I mean, I just prefer. I don't like watching movies this gray, I guess. Just personally. It's just a choice that I'm not huge on, I guess. It really does feel like it's just kind of repeating information, you know? I like that shot. That's pretty cool. What the hell? Okay, that was digital. Like it disappeared so fast. I haven't gone to a video store in ages. The last cool one that I was aware of is gone now, I think. I don't even think it matters if there's like a main character. I don't even think that matters. I just think that they should be progressing narratively instead of meandering. They're just kind of going over information that was already established, and I'm just kind of wanting it to move along in some way. Um, I feel like you could have fixed this structure wise by not being so quick with the information at the beginning, because we get dropped right into the movie and they're immediately like, "Oh, we're being raped." It would be interesting if we saw like development of the colony, how they interacted with each other, all of that before we got that information, and then saw them discover how that information was taking place, see them getting gaslit, see them discussing with each other, because they wind up figuring these things out, but we never really saw part of that process. It's already just kind of like, oh, we're right here, and they figured things out. I don't think it would have taken away from the impact of like we have to decide whether or not we want to leave or stay and fight. That could have worked well at the 40-minute mark. It didn't have to be at the like 10-minute mark, right? The 15-minute mark, right? It kind of it burned itself out too quickly. Um Mhm. Hmm. Am I doing any watch alongs after this one? I can easily do that shitty animated one that you wanted me to watch, or the one that you said it was boring. Horse, wolf, whatever, and then we'll see what happens after. Yeah, I'm back in Canada for a month. It's like a short film you can all watch on Vimeo. I think she's having a panic attack, or an asthma attack, or a panic attack. Would I do a living or close watch along tonight? I would, but there's no way to legally get either of those movies. So even if I have a way to watch those movies, I wouldn't do a watch along for it because that would imply that the only way to participate is to steal the movie, and I wouldn't want that heat on me. So that would just make it seem like I'm encouraging people to pirate the movie. What the fuck? Jesus, Jesse. What? Yeah, Vanguard. I mean, I think that like probably more than 50% of like people who feel so strongly about feminism that they devote their career to it. I feel like a good chunk of those people do probably have some sort of what's the word? Fuck, the word's right on my tip of my tongue. Um some sort of, I don't know, not grudge, what is the word? Bone to pick or something. They're not, I wouldn't say misinterest. I would just say that because of the way that they've been, because of the way that resentment, thank you, because of the way that yeah, I think that a good chunk of those people probably have some level of resentment towards men, and they probably feel like emboldened and empowered to um take jabs or whatever. But I mean, you can't, I mean, there's, I don't know, there's people that exist that you can't really blame for doing that if their lives and personal experiences and the information that they've been exposed to would inevitably lead them towards that. Because everybody kind of experiences life differently. You could be a person that like every single male that you've interacted with has like abused you in some way. It would probably shape your worldview on gender quite a bit. And the same is said for men who have been abused by women too. You know, if you want to change someone's mind, the best way to do that is just to be a good person. You know. Okay, hold on. I wouldn't say it sucks. Right now I'm sitting at like a 6. But I just like the technical elements are way better than the structure. I like the I'm down for slow movies, but there needs to be way more like breathtaking kind of wide shots for like a slow movie for me, or more of a point to it being slow, or not ways where I can like easily find like, okay, why didn't you just develop that more at the beginning, like in terms of a preference. Don't ask me about movies that aren't this movie while I'm watching a movie, please. Keep the discussions related to the film, please. Well, it's nominated for adapted screenplay, which it might win. I mean, you could still have a very dialogue-heavy film where more gets developed. It feels like it's just so repetitive. Like, they present a very compelling conflict, and the conflict just kind of stays in the background, and then, yeah, just kind of, like, meanders, and then I guess by the end of the movie, we'll see the resolution to the conflict, but, like, I wish that there were stepping stones on the way to the conflict rather than just kind of, like, one level from the beginning setup to the end of the movie is what it seems. Wow. Oh. It's interesting that like there's a lot of great acting in this movie and it's a good ensemble. It's interesting that there are no performance nominations for this movie. This seems like more of a deserving Oscar movie than Elvis, you know? Elvis has like fucking 4 times as many nominations. 3 times? Oh. Thank you, Edward. Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. Ugh. Ugh. So many gross shit. Yeah, if the acting wasn't good, this would be a lot worse. It's there's something sticking on the screen, you know? Don't ask me about movies that I'm not watching, please. I'm not like an expert when it comes to color grading, but it seems like quite a few people seem to think it's not great. In this chat, anyway. Oh, yearlings. They're like zerglings. You're gonna indoctrinate the children with liberal brainwashing that teaches them that women are people? Fucking disgusting satire. Whoa! Jessie Buckley's character is just like so. she's she's fierce. I don't know if it's in a good way or bad way, but oh, you know what's funny? My fucking webcam lighting feels like the feels like the color palette of the film right now. I just noticed that. Almost. It's really gray. I forgot Frances McDormand was even in this movie. Jesus. Music is starting to become overbearing right now. I'm just imagining how it like if there was no music right here, it would be kind of interesting. It's like trying to insist that it's picking itself back up, but I feel like the film itself does a good enough job at that. Like I don't think it needs the music. Look how easily I bruise. Just bruising everywhere. I'm getting some blood work done this week. See if I'm deficient in something. Which I probably am, honestly. I probably need to take some sort of supplements. No, I haven't been doing anything in particular. I just get bruises all over from nothing. I've clearly got some sort of deficiency. Cat BF is coming on Wednesday, and he'll be here for a week, and then I'll be back in Georgia next month. What'd your brother die from? Hmm. Hmm. Racist. Maybe we could do Empire of Light after this. I don't know. I'll figure out when Shay is busy because we're gonna watch a different one not on stream after. You? Yeah, I mean, it's one that I could watch. Is Empire of Light even funny bad? I thought it was kind of funny bad. Well, that was my. I mean, I haven't seen it, but some people gave me the impression of that. Okay. Well, maybe I won't do that. It's for cinematography, right? Maybe I could just skim through the movie. I'm curious about it, you know? Maybe like tomorrow night or something. I like Olivia Colman a lot, but it did look very boring. Excuse me. Write it down. Yeah, she was one of the bears, wasn't she? Puss in Boots 2 was awesome. Oh. It's kind of exhausting, this movie. It's man, if I feel so strongly about the structure, like if they just did a show don't tell with all the information that took place before the movie started and just filled up the first half an hour with that, I think that this could have been like a really great movie. Oh, Buggy. I want to go on a horse and buggy ride. Everybody's asking me about the color palette. Like, I find myself not being drawn to grayish movies, but I don't know if there's anything about it that I would call like wrong. It's a weird, it doesn't seem like super desaturated. It's just kind of like grayish. But how does it I lack some of the vocabulary to describe the specifics, and I'm not an expert on color. I can just basically I have a limited vocabulary to describe what I like about it or dislike about it, but I don't know if I would call this like bad. It seems to like fit the film for the most part. I'm just not drawn to these types of looking films usually. Yeah, the 12 Principles of Color. Well, I only look at chat if I'm like bored by the scene, right? It's not really like my entire screen is here without chat, so there's nothing stopping me from just watching the entire movie. But it's just kind of slow, right? So the thoughts that I'm speaking right now are just thoughts that I would have in my head that would be equally distracting if I wasn't watching this with an audience. And, you know, even in a movie theater, I can find myself looking at people in the crowd or at the walls if I'm not super invested in a particular sequence of a movie or, yeah. There's plenty of watch-alongs that I've done where the film or show, you know, it doesn't demand my attention, but it gets it naturally. Um, if you look at The Last of Us episode 3, like there's entire huge sections of that where we're just kind of glued to the screen, and I feel like those are the types of experiences that I'm really looking for in films, or just things that I super connect with, and they stick out. I don't think that the format of experiencing this socially takes away from that, and there's plenty of examples to show of that being the case. And also, I'm watching the film with subtitles too. I mean, I don't know if you are or anybody else is, but that's my habit. So there's not like competing sounds if I'm speaking. It's easy to follow along. I'm invested. I'm invested. My level of investment in the movie is based on how much the movie speaks to me, right? It's not the other way around. And I think that people who don't understand that probably have never had any sort of impactful or meaningful experience with art in their lives, because they would know that. Like it's not something I should have to explain to people. And maybe what they find an impactful or meaningful experience is just like they saw an epic Marvel movie or something. I don't know. But to me, film can be so much more than that. So, hmm, man, if this was just structured better, it could have been so much more fleshed out in the runtime that we had. It's just I mean, yeah, if you would find this experience something that would prevent you from experiencing films properly, then you don't have to participate in it, right? So it's really that simple. I mean, yeah, just the pacing is a result of the structure, and they did tell don't show with so much information at the beginning that they could have filled up the entire first half hour of the movie with. So instead we have like an immediate conflict set up, and then rather than building, rather than building on necessary steps to get to the resolution of the conflict, you kind of just take one step, stay on that level for the whole movie, and then take the last step at the end of the movie. And it's like, $20, I would say not. $20 for a rental is absolutely insane. I don't think Blockbuster ever, like for a physical DVD with like features, I don't think that was ever the case. Yeah, there was only one part where I didn't love the score. It's so weird because like it's ending strong, but it was kind of like my expectation, you know? It was kind of like, well, yeah, obviously they're gonna pick back up at the end, and that was kind of just something that the movie was kind of dependent on. You know? It was kind of a given, like, of course, you kinda just have to wait for the ending to start happening. Yeah, yeah, this is a 6 out of 10. What's great, like, started at, like, at least a 7. First, like, 10, 15 minutes of the movie, I would give, like, maybe an 8, like a 7. I felt strongly about a 7 then. And then, yeah, like, at about half an hour into the movie, it was, like, 6 out of 10 and then just stayed there the entire time with the understanding that it would pick back up at the end. If something went horribly wrong, it could have gotten a 5, I guess. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, like, it's not a low 6. It's either a medium or high 6. Yeah, this is another movie to add to the list of things that I didn't really need to finish. Because you kind of it was pretty obvious what the whole movie was gonna be from minute 30, and nothing surprised me from that moment on. Scoot watched Elvis? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not left with a lot by the end of it. I have not seen Barnyard, but my boyfriend wants to watch it again because he apparently watched it when he was younger. So we'll do like a watch along stream for that at some point, is my understanding. Well, I don't think I'm just waiting. Is Living even possible to watch? Yeah, there's literally no way to watch Living. And so I'm just like, I thought there would be. Oh, showtimes? Let's see. Maybe there's. Oh, okay. It is playing in Vancouver this week. Maybe I should catch it. Damn. That would be the only one that I wouldn't be able to watch digitally. I already watched Ikiru, yeah. So Living is 1 hour 42. You missed this one. Is there another watch along next? Well, I might do a short film. Let's see. We can watch The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse is on Apple TV Plus. Thank you so much. That was the movie. It was fine. Wow, it's crazy that that didn't happen. I didn't get a single sub during that. Well, I did do my Sunday stream yesterday, so that's probably where most of the subs were. I didn't even know to turn the volume off of the alerts because it didn't happen during the movie. That's crazy. I will turn that off. Bits, donations. Because that is distracting. Subscriptions. There we go. I'm not watching the new Last of Us. Torkin's gonna stick with us, right? So we're waiting. I'm gonna contact them and figure out when the best time to do it is. Well, that was women talking, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna see about that weird shit Apparently, it's bad. Some people are saying the boy fox horse, whatever. I'm not gonna watch Shenmue Eclipse right now. Thank you.